Liverpool! Hello guys, welcome back. It is Clock Talk TV here, although I'm on L5 Star FC today. It is just me today, and what we will be doing for you is we will be providing you with an international roundup. So we will be trying to implement these solo videos for you to try and give you more of an insight on the breaking news, transfer news, contract news, and roundups like these to keep you entwined and in tune with what is happening around our football club at this current state. Now, if you're like me, then you are really struggling doing this international break, and you really want to see Liverpool back on the pitch. But we are seeing the football players that we all love and all admire back on the football pitch week in, week out. But they're not for our beloved club. Now, as you may be aware, I do support England during these times, but it doesn't quite feel the same as Liverpool, I have to say. But we welcome to the International Roundup show as, of course, this is a Liverpool show where we talk about the Liverpool players. And yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of things that have happened over the past few days. Obviously, we're halfway through the international break. So, guys, just think about it. One day closer, then we're one day closer to watching Liverpool back playing again. Big up to everybody. Please feel free to get involved in the discussion. Drop a few comments in the chat. Do all that good stuff. And make sure you hit that like button as well. All the links to the accounts and all our platforms will be in the description for you guys to get entwined with. I hope you're all having a boss Sunday. I know it's the start of a new week tomorrow. So, guys, just remember, as soon as you wake up tomorrow, or even if you aren't tomorrow, you know, you may be in a different time zone, then just get excited because you are in the week where Liverpool return to the pitch, and that game is against Arsenal. But without all the future of a talk, we'll just get through a few comments. Yeah, guys, so welcome to L5 Star FC. That is my channel. So, guys, make sure if you are not subscribed to my channel, there is the link. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. We're going to try and do these live shows, these solo live streams, as well as the grouped collaborative ones as well, over a daily basis. Try to implement more daily uploads. Welcome to L5 Star FC. If you're here for the first time, subscribe to the channel. If you do enjoy the content, however, please make sure you like the video. And if you're enjoying the content even further, be sure to support, share it to a friend, do all that good stuff. Big up to LFC fan as well. Hi, man. Can't comment much, but I'll stay in because I'm right now in an online game and say the notification in my PC. I'll stay, though. Big up to you, LFC fan, always supporting the channel. And I hope you're well, bro. Good luck on the game. But we'll get straight into it because we will get straight into it. That's what we love to do. And Jordan Henderson. There was an injury in the England camp and the skipper is down. Now, a few people were saying, well, Jordan Henderson, he hasn't been good the last few weeks. Side ball pass, very similar to the Jordan Henderson we were very much criticising towards 5 years ago. The lap Jordan Henderson. We started to see him a little bit more during these last few weeks, and he has picked up an injury in the camp. Now, it's not known and not identified what type of injury it is or what extent, although we do know he's been sent back to Liverpool to get further assessment on that injury, and Conor Gallagher has also come in for Jordan Henderson, who won't travel with England to San Marino for Monday night. So that is what we know, although Jordan Henderson had a very good performance against Albania. He got a goal and assist. I'm really sure if you were looking at Jordan Henderson, if you did watch the game like myself, then you would have recognised that, Jordan Henderson, he doesn't quite get on the score sheet much for England. He only scored his first goal in the Euros. He scored, I think, his second or third goal for England now. He's also got another assist. So he's really starting to implement his role in this England team, and it's really encouraging if you want to look from an England perspective. But if you want to look at it from a Liverpool perspective, it's not brilliant because there's another time which we were very familiar seeing last season, where players would go out on international duty, pick up COVID possibly, or at least pick up an injury, and then it'd force them out of the game and out of the club that we'd all love for a few weeks at least. But this injuries are unknown, so we'll just have to play it day by day. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see until what Jurgen Klopp has to say on Friday with his pre-match press conference, but that's not good news to start the show. But we will move to the other side of the pitch, and that is that Magic Mo has helped Egypt book their place in Qatar for the World Cup. I'm not too sure if I think he had 2 assists in that game. Let me just get the stats up for you now. So Mo Salah grabbed 2 assists in Egypt's 2-2 draw against Angola. He had 3 pitch invaders, also doing that game. We went on to meet him and he took pictures with all of them. That's the Mo Salah we love to see. And he also qualified for the World Cup in that game. So it's very good because we all want to see our players qualify with their clubs, with their countries for big competitions to reinforce, that winning mentality, try and get a little bit of experience elsewhere, trying to play in a different system. So when you bring it back to Liverpool, these players are more versatile. They've played under different sort of atmospheres. Although it does run the risk of being injured, we all want to see our players have a decorated career elsewhere from our clubs and see them bring some success in the World Cup. And Mo Salah certainly doing so with this Egypt team. He also sent them to, I think it was the World Cup last time, and now finally sent them to the World Cup this time. He has really instated his importance to this Egyptian team and really put his name on that Hall of Fame for Egypt. So that's a very good sign. And we have another one who's qualified, but not quite qualified for the full thing. Oh, Andy Robertson. Clean sheet and qualification to the World Cup playoffs. So we will take place in the playoffs. I'm not too sure when these will take place. I believe they will be taking place in February. But Andy Robertson and his Scotland team, obviously Andy Robertson captained his team where I think Shea Adams scored in Scotland's last game. I think it was on Friday night. They did keep a clean sheet and they have qualified for the World Cup playoffs, which is very promising because, we've seen the Euros and heartbreak for Scotland not going through to obviously the last 16. You can pick your bones about it, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, and look at whether or not, it was good in the sense that Robertson didn't have to play as many games or run the risk of being injured. But it was bad, on the other hand, to see him not quite get to the last 16 in a competition at all, which Scotland haven't had much fortune over a long longevity. So that's obviously gutting. But Andy Robertson, clean sheet, qualification to the World Cup playoffs is what we love to see, and hopefully he can bring that form back into the Premier League because he has been in a low moment of his Liverpool career, arguably one of the worst moments in his career. So hopefully he can get some minutes in this Scottish team, hopefully get a little bit of well-earned rest. But at the same time, I hope he can pick up his confidence elsewhere and try and implement and immerse that back into the Liverpool dressing room and, reinstate himself as a first-team player. Because let's be honest, I think Kostas Tsimikas is pushing him now. LFC fans says, no, not Hendo. I know, bro, it's annoying, but, it is what it is. I mean, we'll have to wait and see the extent of it. It could be a precaution or it could be a quite serious injury, which we obviously hope it's not the latter, but it is what it is, isn't it? Egypt going to be a dark horse in the World Cup? I'm not too sure about that, bro. I think we've seen players take teams single-handedly to success or very close to success. But I don't know if Mo Salah is that finishing item in terms of bringing such an average Egypt team to World Cup success. They could go far. I know by your comment, I don't think you're supposedly saying they're going to win it. But, maybe they push Egypt all the way. And hopefully we do get to see that Mo Salah get some success. But obviously not in the World Cup next year because... it's right slap bang in the middle of the season, and let's be honest, as an England fan in these international competitions, I won't be disheartened at all if we get knocked down the group stages, to be fair. Pro Clubs goals, big up Pro Clubs goals. Hate international breaks. We always get injuries, man. Yeah, I know it's frustrating, and it's absolutely frustrating, but at the same time, I think it's good in some benefits to the players that aren't playing quite well with their club, in like Robertson. I think, Alisson, I think, kept a clean sheet in Brazil's win shortly. I think it was yesterday. So that's obviously a good sign as well. But it's a moment where you run the risk, and it's not great. It has its perks and it also has its weaknesses as well. Drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you are new reds. Yeah, do all that good stuff. That's all good. Don't worry. Don't think Mo can carry the whole Egypt team to victory, as good as he may be. Exactly. You need a squad to win the league, and you need squads to win competitions, and a competition of the magnitude of a World Cup. You obviously need players around you, and I don't think Mo Salah has quite the quality of players around him. As good as he is, I don't think he can quite... take Egypt to success. Although I do think he brings him up to another level, I just don't feel he can quite give them that cutting edge against top teams like your Italy's and France and to Germany and teams like that. Senegal without the main man, rib injury concern. Now, Sadio Mane has been sent home alongside Jordan Henderson, another injury and another period where we're talking about injuries. And if you're a regular watcher on my channel, Klopp Talk TV, Mane got injured on my stream not long ago, and thanks to the very good work of Trev, he fixed the Mane. He fixed it. So there's hopefully Mane doesn't need any fixing. Hopefully it's just a precaution, and we can provide a little bit more optimism because we have heard from the head coach of Senegal, and he said, Aliou Cissé said that nothing serious. He was taken off as a bit of a precaution. He did hurt his ribs, and look, it's not great, and especially with the AFCON coming up, there's a lot of concerns around the quality of the pitches. And, obviously with the three key men in Sadio Mane, Mo Salah and Naby Keita. Naby Keita obviously picking up injuries whenever. There's not much optimism for him, really, if you're thinking I'd rather him be injured in Liverpool and to have to stay away because, I think having him at the AFCON is just not good because Naby Keita has a tendency to get injured in a good condition, whereas with bad conditions in the AFCON, it could run the risk of a severe injury over there for him. But, the risk is still as high for Mane and Salah, who look to compete with their national teams in the AFCON come February time. But it's all good, though. Mane has returned to Liverpool for further assessment. He was pictured on Instagram in good fortune, good moment, and hopefully that is nothing too serious, and hopefully we get to see Mane feature against Arsenal next Saturday. Although, guys, that's a little bit more optimism, but we're going to go to Wales now. Wales, obviously, if you notice, I am speaking with a Welsh accent, and yes, I am English, by the way, but yeah, for various reasons, I live in Wales, and hence the Welsh accent. Nico shines in Wales' rout against Belarus. Wales obviously won 5-1, very convincing display in Cardiff City Stadium, and Nico Williams was a star performer. He's often underrated when you look at the grand scheme of things, and he is doing so well at the moment with Wales. We're seeing his improvement. He's bombing up. He's not afraid to take shots. He scored a brilliant goal. He's in a good fortune at the moment. So hopefully he gets to keep that up. I hate our luck, honestly. Hendo played so good against Albania, then gets injured just like Naby, who played so good against United and got injured. Yeah, I know, it's very frustrating, bro. And you know what? It's one of those where it's just so frustrating, man, because we all want to see our players do well for our clubs and our countries, but at the same time, it just, we don't have a good track record because the standard and the intensity of football that we play doesn't really accommodate and cater players going elsewhere, playing different systems, going to the different respective countries, playing matches, coming back and trying to immerse themselves back into the rhythm of things. It never seems to work, and that seems to be the case here. And hopefully it's nothing too serious. But we will go into some other international news that I've just been provided now. But yeah, it's a mixed day all round, and we will get to the new stuff now. So let's get through some comments. The other international news, which have just been provided by L5 Star FC, maybe this injury might make us buy Jude. To be honest, bro, don't get your hopes up. With FSG, we're never in a good moment when it comes to transfers. It got ridiculously bad in the transfer window with our centre-halves, and they waited till the very last day to buy two centre-halves. One hasn't really played in a Liverpool. Well, he hasn't actually played in a Liverpool shirt in a competitive game. The other one was on loan, and I think did well for a certain amount of games. Ozan Kabak, but didn't quite reinstate himself as much to try and cement that permanent place. But I don't know if that means we will get Jude. I still think there is a personal interest from what we've been hearing, but I don't know if that's concrete enough to persuade FSG to put that type of money going forward. I would love to see us get him, to be honest with you, bro, but I can't see it. But anyway, other international news. Now we're going to go to the other side of the globe, and that is in Brazil. Alisson played the full 90 minutes, got a clean sheet against Colombia. Fabinho also was included, and I'm glad he only made an appearance for 10 minutes. Not just because I think it just kills two birds with one stone. He got an appearance, but he didn't get as much time to try and run the risk of an injury. He come on for 10 minutes in his side's 1-0 win against rivals Colombia, and that's always a good sign to get the win. Alisson aimed a dig at the VAR officials, if you did see on the Instagram post, having a go at the fact that, see what the game can do when you can use your hands or something. He made a joke about that, the use of the hands, and comparing it to the Ogbonna incident just 7 days ago. So obviously that's still fresh, but hopefully he can reinstate a little bit of confidence because he had a bit of a stinker last week as well. So hopefully that's a turn for the best in Alisson. But another few international news. Takumi Minamino got an assist in Japan's 1-0 win over Vietnam. And obviously Minamino is in such a good moment in the Carabao Cup for us. So hopefully he can develop his place and implement his competition and just really try and push himself to the highest degree to try and get into that Liverpool team a little bit more. Who knows? You may be seeing him feature against Arsenal. I'm not too sure when he returns from international duty, but he's in a good moment at the moment. When he's called upon, he seems to do a job. So will Klopp be forced to rotate here if there's any more injuries? But we're going to go to Greece now. And Kostas Tsimikas, the backup left back, who is flying at the moment for the number one position. And he played the full 90 minutes for Greece in their 1-0 loss against Spain. And look, unfortunately, it wasn't good in terms of that department. Greece didn't quite get the win over Spain, but they're facing a very good team. And the fact they limited it to 1-0, Kostas' team only conceded one goal, then that should provide very little encouragement, but still more encouragement than if Greece got stuffed at the end of the day. They did play the full 90 minutes, and yeah, it's a bit of a shame, that other players had so good in terms of results, and Kostas couldn't quite get it over the line. But at the end of the day, at least he got the full 90 minutes and gets a little bit more match sharpness, and he hopefully can bring that back. And that's the one positive, I think, for international breaks is that, Nico Williams and these international breaks come so often as of yet. Players that aren't quite playing for Liverpool can get that opportunity to get some match fitness and match sharpness with minutes. Because it's so often as well, players like Nico Williams, Minamino can get minutes. And LFC fans raise the points there. Minamino is better as a cam than a right wing. Pro Clubs Goals, there's no way we are paying over 100 million for Jude with our owners. Hope it happens, though. Exactly, hit the nail on the head there, Pro Clubs Goals. LFC fan, yeah, I agree, bro. But unfortunately, I think Klopp, fortunately, I think Klopp loves Firmino too much to drop him for anybody. And if he does drop him, I think Jota comes in. So it's hard to try and immerse yourself as a Liverpool player when you're third choice at the moment. It's always difficult. But at least there is options there where Minamino can slot in, and maybe a tactical change, a system change where it forces Minamino more centrally can benefit us going forward. But Virgil van Dijk, the main man in the heart of Liverpool's defence, featured in the Netherlands' game against Montenegro. It finished a 2-2 draw, so quite a disappointing result if you're talking about Netherlands and trying to compete for that World Cup spot, especially against a team like Montenegro where they should be winning that game quite comfortably. It was a 2-2 draw, but Virgil played 90 minutes, and that's probably one of the more negative stories if you base it off the fact that he played another full 90 minutes and his side didn't even win. So and against a team like Montenegro, you'd hope before on paper you'd expect the Netherlands to put them to the sword, really, but that hasn't quite worked out. But Divock Origi as well, one we've talked about with Minamino, Kostas Tsimikas, Nico Williams, these players like that. Divock Origi, one other name, he come on as a substitute in the 84th minute for Belgium in the 3-1 win against Estonia. And I know it doesn't quite appeal to the previous three in the sense that these players don't quite get the minutes. Like Origi doesn't get the minutes like Costas, Tsimikas, and Minamino, but at least he's getting cameo performances. At least he's getting performances, a little chunk of time to try and immerse himself and try and implement that form. And hopefully, I want to see Origi be getting played more. Jack Welsh obviously poured the praise on Divock Origi shortly ago, saying he should be played more. I think he should be played more. I really do. I think he offers something different. Obviously, Divock Origi is not going to take us to the title. But what Divock Origi does prove is that he can make it very difficult for defenses. I think he offers a variation. He offers a plan B in different areas when we're in our offensive play. I definitely believe that false nine has to get reverted when Origi comes on, because Origi's more of a focal point. So that's what I feel. Origi, he should be used a little bit more, and I think defenses will have to be a little bit more versatile to counter-react Liverpool if they do bring Origi on in dangerous moments of the game. So like I said, I want to see Origi play, but that's all the international news for now. Obviously, there is another set of games over the next 3 days for us to dissect before we go back into the Premier League action. All players are set to return Thursday at the latest in preparation for the game against Arsenal, which, it's obviously a massive game in itself. Anfield, Saturday, 5:30. I hope you enjoyed this video. This video was dedicated to all you belters who have stayed round or popped in, or even you guys watching the replay as well. Make sure you've gone through this video and you've hit that like button. It really does support the channel. And guys, this is my channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to Klopp Talk TV. I'll just find my comment in the chat, so it makes it easier for you guys to subscribe if you haven't done so already. So go to the first comment in the live stream, hit my name and hit subscribe. Do all that good stuff. But if you're not subscribed to this, what are you doing with yourself? So make sure you do all the good stuff before subscribing to Klopp Talk TV. We're trying to aim for 2K on Klopp Talk TV, but we're trying to aim for 500 subs on L5 Star FC. It's going to be a brilliant few weeks for Liverpool. And we're entering such a crucial period in this footballing calendar that we need to keep you up to date with everything that is coming your way. So it won't be just me. With L5 Star FC, it'll be Salah sometimes, it'll be Ben, it'll be hopefully Wakar sometimes if he can make it. It'll be a variation of people. So guys, hopefully you enjoy the content, and subscribe if you are new. I am not subscribed. Well, do so, LFC fan. I think you're joking, bro, because you are always in the streams and you are always in there, with a Rickroll. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you. Big up, LFC fan. That's his trademark now, guys. But big up to everybody. Welcome back to L5 Star FC. I hope you're all well. I hope you have a belter Sunday. I just said Saturday then. Yeah, boys. The international break's dragging so much. I'm losing concept of all the days. This is what international breaks are doing to me, guys. But big up to everybody. See you all at the next one. And take care. I will see you very soon.